Hello and welcome. My name is JJ Gormley and I own Surya Chandra Healing Yoga Studio. And I thought today we'd do a more therapeutic practice to chill, to calm, to release tension in times like these. So today I've got my mat, a blanket, a couple of blocks, and a strap if you want to gather those to have on hand. And we'll start lying down. I'll meet you in a minute. So we'll start just lying on the mat. You can have your knees bent, you can have your feet up on a bolster or a chair, and place one hand on your belly and the other hand on your ribs. And we'll just do a little breathing here, some centering. Taking a few breaths just to notice where your body is moving when you breathe. Does your rib hand move or does your belly hand move more? That was my rib hand. And that was my belly hand. So we want to be able to do both. So see where your breath is. A few breaths, just checking in, and then start to move your breath to a different location. Those two breaths where one was belly going up toward the chest on the inhale, and then the second breath I did was chest first down to belly. So you can play with both areas from the top down or the bottom up. So just keep playing with the breath. Never forcing the breath, just let the breath feel like it's being played with, not pushed or forced or worked with. Just play with it. And then we'll start some arm movement with the breath. So moving in sync with your breath. On an inhale, raise the arms. Any range of motion comfortable for you. You can stop wherever you like. Exhale, back down. Inhale is when the arms go up. Exhale, they come back down. You can take the arms out if you prefer. Or just the palms up and down. A small or large range of motion as comfortable for your body. And that goes for all the movements I suggest today. You always feel what is your current capacity, your current range of motion. Say one arm is bothering you. So rather than doing just one arm, see what capacity both arms can do simultaneously, because this is both arms moving. So back off the other arm to match wherever you're whatever you can do with both arms. And then let's bring a knee into the chest as you exhale. Squeeze one knee in. On the inhale, release it away slightly. So like a deep hug for your knee and a loose hug for the knee. We'll do 3 or 4 times on one side. Exhaling as the knee comes in. Inhaling as the knee goes out. And then we'll switch sides. Inhale the foot to the floor. Exhale the other one in. And then when you bring that knee in, the next time, keep it in and wait for an inhale. And on the next exhale, bring the other knee in. So now you've got both knees in. If both knees at the same time is difficult, you can continue where we just were with doing one side at a time. It's a nice release for the lower back. Now let's begin to stretch the legs up in the air as you inhale. Arms can go as well. They don't have to go all the way straight, just as straight as they're willing to go today, and each subsequent time the legs may go a little straighter and a little straighter. Inhale, the feet up in the air. Exhale, give those knees a hug. Next time we go up, let's stay there. You can point and flex in the stay or circle your ankles around. On an exhale, give the knees a hug again. And then let's keep just the right knee in and place the left foot on the floor or the whole leg on the floor. On the exhale, squeeze the knee in toward the chest. On the inhale, the leg going up as straight as it's willing to go. A couple of times like that. And then we're going to start to take the leg out to the side. Exhale, give it a hug. Inhale, a little kick out toward the side. Exhale, a hug. Inhale, out toward the side. So in yoga therapy, we move the joints first, dynamically, that is, moving with the breath, straightening and bending. And after you get the muscles warmed up, if comfortable, you can stay. So if comfortable, stay. We'll stay out for just one breath. Again, you can point and flex or circle the ankle around. On the exhale, give it a hug. We'll go back out for a 2-breath stay. Nice deep breath. Slow the breath down, especially the exhale. The longer exhale is a little more calming for the nervous system. And then on your next exhale, bring that leg back in. We'll take it one time straight up on the inhale. Back in on the exhale. And then we'll change sides. Inhale, release that leg. Exhale, bring the other one in. Hold behind the back of the leg as you take that leg up. Exhale it in. And then beginning to take the leg out to the side. Sorry, I'm putting my foot right in your face. Then we'll stay out for a hold. One breath hold. And exhale it back in. Back out for a 2-breath hold. And back in. One time straight up. Back in. And release. So now we've got the hips a little warmed up. We're going to take the, keeping the feet on the floor, take the one knee, pick a knee, drop it out to the side on the inhale, close it back up on the exhale. A couple of times. Your arms can be anywhere you like. A couple of times on one side. Just let the foot and ankle turn or move however they want so they're happy. And then a few times on the other side. And then let's take the arms out at the sides in a T, palms up or down, your choice. And you can walk your feet a little bit apart. We're going to go into windshield wiper here. Exhale, the knees over toward one side. Inhale, back up. Second side. Again, let your feet and ankles move or turn however they like. If moving in and out of this is completely comfortable and you'd like to add a stay, we'll come into the twist and add a stay here. If you'd like a deeper quad stretch, you can back that foot up a little bit and let that knee move toward the floor a little more. If the stretch is too deep, you back the legs off. You can move a block in under here or use your hand to support. Inhale up, and we'll take a one breath stay on the other side. Again, feel free to back that foot up to deepen the quad stretch on that top leg. Inhale back to center. And exhale, both knees in. Feet off the floor now, and you can open the legs up a little bit. Arms back out to your sides, and on the exhale, just part way over. A little abdominal work here. Inhale to center. Exhale, second side. And repeat. Working to keep those shoulders down. So when you go to one side, the back shoulder stays down. It's a little safer on the neck. One more time each side. And then back in, and we'll give those legs a hug again. Exhale, draw the knees in. Deep hug. Inhale, a loose hug. So after a twist, we bring the body back to symmetry, which we call a counter pose. So this lets us know how the body handled the twist. Both sides of the spine should feel fine. If it doesn't, you might want to consider a yoga therapy session with a private session. If it doesn't, generally what we do is give you a lopsided practice, or just twisting to one side, the side that does not create the pain or instability. Let's just rest here with the feet on the floor for a moment. We're going to get a particular breath pattern for this next one, where we inhale from the top down and exhale from the belly up. So inhale from the chest into the belly. And exhale from the belly up. Let that breath pattern going a few breaths. And then let your hip points, feel like your hip points have strings attached, and they pull your hips up off the floor. This will be on the inhale. And as you exhale from the belly, go back down. We're going to add the arms if you like. Inhale into the chest. Exhale from the belly. Lifting from the hip points. Next time you go up, if comfortable to stay, we'll stay for one breath. Going to do the arm movements. That helps keep track of the breath. On this exhale, everything comes back down. Let's do one more like that. And then bring the knees in once again. We'll counter pose the back bend. And then let's roll to the side and make your way up to a seated position. Feel free to sit up on your folded blanket. And let's put the two blocks to the sides. For our laterals. We'll start with the symmetrical and dynamic position. On the exhale, round the spine. And on the inhale, roll those collarbones up and squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other. Head going up only as comfortable for you. Let's do one more. And then just come to neutral. And then let's do our laterals over to the blocks. On the inhale, raise the arms as comfortable for you. I'll just go part way. And on the exhale, over to one side. This arm can stay at the hip or reach out. You can bring it to your shoulder. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, second side. And we'll repeat that. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Next time we go over to that first side, let's stay one breath. Exhale over, we'll stay one breath. To deepen the pose, you can squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. You can turn the rib cage slightly toward the ceiling. Exhale, look back down, and inhale up. Exhale, other side. Deepen it if you like. If not, you back off by looking down or backing out of it. And then let's go into a twist. Exhale into a twist. You can pick that block up and just move it back behind you. Inhale back to center. And exhale, second side. Inhale up. This time let's stay. Exhale over. And stay. One breath here. Tailbone and pubic bone moving down. Crown of the head up, but not lifting the chin. Keep the bottom of your chin roughly parallel to the floor. Broaden across the collarbones. Squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades toward each other. Take a couple breaths here. And then wait for an inhale. On an inhale, come back to center, arms up as much as comfortable for you. And right over, second side. Again, a couple breaths here. Tailbone and pubic bone moving down, crown of the head up. Let the rib cage twist, bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other. On your inhale, back to neutral. Arms down in front on the exhale, rounding the spine. And we'll go back into these cat-cow spinal movements, the forward bend, back bend. Next, let's come to table pose. Here you can use your blanket as extra padding under your knees. Your blocks will be up front. Set them off to the side. We'll get to them in a moment. So on the exhale, we'll round the spine toward the ceiling. Inhale, back bend, squeezing the shoulder blades in toward each other. And repeat. Exhale from the belly. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blade tips in toward each other. One more. All right, and then let's bring the blocks in and step one foot forward. You can swing the foot around to the outside, you can bring it up through the middle, you can come all the way up, step it forward, and then come down to it. There are many ways to get the foot up. If the foot doesn't come all the way up, you can pick it up and put it up there or walk it forward a little bit more. All right, let's warm the hips up a little bit with a forward lunge and a reverse lunge, and your blocks and hands can walk forward and back with you, or you can find a place for them to stay if comfortable. I'm just warming up that front leg, hip, and hamstring. So the hips are going back, taking that front leg as straight as it wants to go. The toes can come off the floor, or you get an ankle stretch if you keep the toes down toward the floor. All right, let's come to the forward lunge. Blocks up front. Just let the hips press forward. Keep your pubic bone pulling back toward that back knee. Collarbones up. Shoulder blades in toward each other. And then tuck those back toes under if they're not already. And come into the high lunge. And again, we're going to warm up that front leg, bending and straightening it. Again, you can change the height of your blocks or the position of your blocks to be the most comfortable for your body. Let your spine stay long, so the pubic bone's pulling back toward the wall behind you and your collarbones are pulling forward, lengthening the spine. All right, next time you take that leg towards straight, we're going to spin that back foot to anchor the back heel down. Whichever foot is in front, keep that same hand down. Bring the other hand to your hip. And bend the knee and straighten the leg. Begin to turn the shoulder toward the ceiling. So your torso more and more starts to face the side wall. And if comfortable, to stay with both legs as straight as they're willing to go. We're going to stay right there in triangle pose. If comfortable, you can raise the top arm. The balance needs to be good. And your position of your head needs to be comfortable for you. It can be looking down at the horizon line or up toward the ceiling. All right, we're going to bring it all back down to the low lunge. Just take your time coming back down onto that back knee. Bring the hips forward in a forward lunge and then stepping back to table. Lose the blocks for a moment. We'll take a cat-cow in here. And then curl your toes under, and from the cow, that is this position, the back bend, keep your shoulder blade tips in toward each other. Exhale from your belly and lift off the knees, coming into downward dog. The knees can stay bent. Get the spine long by pulling the hips back away from the fingers. And then you can begin to take one or both legs towards straight, bending and sort of walking in place. We call walk the dog. And if comfortable, both legs can go towards straight, taking that pubic bone back with the legs. And then we'll come back down. Now I'm going to flip around, so when I come into the pose, I'll be facing you, but you don't need to do this. All right, we'll step the other foot forward. And your blocks in anywhere as we do the forward lunge and the reverse lunge. Blocks can move with you. All right, next time you're in the forward lunge, hold right there. Curl the back toes under and come into the high lunge. And again, we'll work that front leg. You can adjust the block height since we're up a little higher. Collarbones stay forward as you pull the pubic bone back and deepen your stretch for you. And then we'll stay with the legs straight and anchor that back heel. Same side, hand and foot. This is my left foot and left hand down, the other hand to the hip. And we'll bend and straighten here. You can move as slowly as you like. And then the shoulder starts to roll up toward the ceiling. That's my right shoulder, but depends on which leg you've got in front. And then we'll hold it as straight as it's willing to go today, both legs. And if you'd like to add the arm up, it can. It can stay at the hip. You can hold onto the shoulder, whatever is comfortable for your body today. A couple of breaths here. The bottom tips of the shoulder blades come in toward each other. And then everything comes back down to the low lunge and step back to table. Use the blocks again. Back to cat-cow. And we'll add in a downward dog after the next cow. Curl the toes under, shoulder blade tips in, exhale from the belly, up you go. Couple breaths here. And then right back down. And then on the exhale, let the elbows land, and you can slide the hips back further as comfortable for you. Inhale, come off the elbows, look forward for your cow. Elbows land first and fold as much as you like. As your hips and knees allow, you can fold deeper. Or just stay a little higher, just letting the elbows land. Just stay right like this is fine. And then we'll come back up and just do cats and cows again. And you can do a little of each. Some of the time cat and cow, some of the time child and cow. Child is comfortable for you to rest in, feel free to rest there. That's this one. If it's not comfortable, go ahead and make your way onto your back. Turn this way. And have your strap handy. Make your way onto your back, just resting here for a moment. Let the knees be bent, feet on the floor. And then find your strap. Just bring the right knee in. Loop the strap around the bottom of the foot. Take the leg up in the air. You can use both straps together in one hand. Bend and straighten a couple times. And keep the pubic bone moving away from the navel. If you stretch that other leg straight, that can sometimes help. And we're going to take a stay here. So leg going up and staying. Same breath pattern. Inhale from the top down, exhale from the bottom up. And we'll take the leg out to the side. You can bend it into the chest on the exhale. Inhale it out to the side. Reach that opposite arm out. And we'll stay here a couple breaths. It's very similar to the pose we did a moment ago standing in triangle pose. And then exhale it in here. And you keep the knee bent. You can keep the strap on or not. Change arms so the opposite arm goes out to the side and pull that leg across the body into a twist, and you can brace under that knee with your hand and let the leg go straight so you don't really need the strap on here. So I can lose the strap if I want. And if the twist is comfortable and you'd like to stay for a breath. Otherwise you can kind of keep moving in and out of it. And then on an exhale, bend the knee. Roll back onto the back on your inhale. On the exhale, give that knee a squeeze. Inhale, a full body stretch. And exhale, other side. And your strap, go around that foot. Inhale that leg up. Couple bends and straightens. If comfortable, we'll stay up. Couple breaths here. Same breath pattern. Exhale from the belly up. Inhale. Down. From the top down, you can bring it in. A little refinement is to bring it down the back body, so you're breathing down your spine from the neck down to the tail. And then exhale the knee in. Inhale, leg out to the side. Exhale back in. And we change arms. Exhale, a little twist, bracing that knee with or without the strap. And inhale the leg out to the side. Feel free to stay. And then exhale the knee in. Inhale, roll back onto your back. Exhale, a deep hug on the knee. Inhale, full body stretch. We'll stay here in this full body stretch. One extra breath. And then go ahead and bring the arms down as you exhale and walk the feet in. Same breath pattern, inhaling down the back body, exhaling up the front. We'll add bridge pose onto that breath pattern. On your inhale, lifting from the hip points. We're using bridge pose as a counter pose here, so we don't hold, we keep moving. We're loosening and countering the hip flexion from all the lunging and triangle pose. Couple more. And then let's bring the knees into the chest. Exhale the knees in. Deep hug, inhale, loose hug. We're just going to counter that back bend right now. This pose is Apanasana. And then from here, let's move into the one where we shoot the legs and arms out, away from the body. Inhale, arms and legs extend. Exhale, give them a hug. And then we'll end with Apanasana again. You can even make Apanasana a little easier by dropping the elbows to the floor and just letting the knees barely move. Dropping in toward you, your hands slide up the thighs. I want to feel like the breath is moving the body rather than the body pushing on the breath. And then go ahead and let the feet rest on the floor once again. Your hands can be placed on the body again, watching the breath. Move your body so it's in a position that feels comfortable for you. Your knees can be over a bolster or feet up on a chair. You can walk the legs out straight. You can even just do one leg straight if you like. If you have any asymmetry in the hips or sacrum or something. The function of this pose is to rest and relax. So find a position you can do that in. Take 5 more breaths and let's count them backwards. 5 on the exhale, the next exhale 4 until you get to 1. With each exhale, feel like the body relaxes more and more. Soften the eyes, cheeks, and the jaw. Then let your breath deepen, wake the body up a little bit, wiggle fingers, toes, some of the joints. Until you're ready to walk your feet in. Take an Apanasana again. And then roll to your side. Thank you. Namaste.